What is up, guys? Welcome to a new video of me, Fuzzball40. Today I'm bringing you the Messi Player of the Month investment guide. I say Messi Player of the Month because unlike the Premier League, at the moment there is no doubt who has won Player of the Month for La Liga. It is Messi, and I'll just show you what EA tweeted yesterday. Messi's 96 rated Player of the Month item will be available via SBC from Thursday, December 12 at 6 PM Greenwich Mean Time. So, with regards to Lionel Messi, there's a couple of things you need to think about. He's just got a right wing card, 96 rated, for team of the group stage. So, ideally, and I don't think they will, EA shouldn't make that the Player of the Month card more expensive than his right wing card that's here, because it's just tradable. So obviously, you need to think about the cost of this SBC and how much it's going to cost. I don't think I'm minimum by 2, but I mean, if we're talking 2.4 mil, I've got a feeling this SBC could be anywhere between 1.5 and 2 mil is my guess, which is a huge amount for an SBC. It's a massive amount for an SBC, and the fact they've confirmed that it's going to be coming means you need to think carefully about stuff as sold, which is good. We're back above 1.5 mil again. You think carefully about the investments you're going to make, if you're going to make investments. Now, I know he's going to be an in-demand card. If EA get the price right, even if they don't, people will still want him. It's about Messi. Think about the content creators that are going to do him, which mean other people are going to do him. So, realistically, Messi's the guy you want to be looking at for making, I think, the most coins in the lead up to Footmas. Right now, we have a promo on. And every evening at 6 o'clock, packs are coming out. I think there's packs just in the store in general, to be fair. Right now, I'm recording this at 6 o'clock in the morning on the Saturday. You can see it's still dark outside there. I've got the football. I'm going away to see Notts County play against Sutton to my sport. And yeah, right now there's only on his Xbox, and there are 722,000 cards on the market, which is probably why at some point soon I'm going to have to make the move to PS4 because the market's dying on Xbox. But enjoy in the mornings, first thing in the mornings, there's not that much going on. People are in bed and stuff like that. So I just want to give you an idea. Let's go to Footman as well. You got to think. EA need to somehow get this SBC to at least about 1.5 mil, I'd say. So they're going to need to be bringing about 87s, 88, 89 rated teams. That's what I think personally, and you're probably looking at informs as well. Now, I'm going to give you some advice now. Steer clear of inform investing. Just the cheapest price on the card too. I'm going to tell you now, stay clear of inform investing. It hasn't gone well this year. It doesn't go well. You don't know if EA are going to bother to put them in there or not, but I would just steer clear like the plague. I just wouldn't even go anywhere near them. I just don't see a point. But let me just show you. Footbin do a thing. If you just type into Google, cheapest players by rating, Footbin bring them up. Now, this can be a bit iffy. It isn't always accurate. But I'd be looking at sort of this section here for the players you can think, right, I could pick up these guys and they're going to be the players that I'm going to put into the team. Now, I don't know exactly how much an 88 rated team is, but let's say you take an average of the cards that are here. You're looking at about 300k. Now, that means that you need to put 5 88 rated teams. I feel that there could be an 89 rated team in there, but I feel like your safest bets are probably these guys here. I mean, no matter what happens, even if it's an 88 rated team, you could put 87s into that team, or 89s into that team, or 85s, or 90s into that team. But 87, 88s are where I think the best value is in terms of making more coins for your money. And the best time I can advise to buy these cards is buy the cards. I'm going to tell you the cards that I think you should buy in a second. But buy the cards in the weekend league sell-off, because what happened is during weekend league sell-off, all the players crash on the Monday, and especially at Squad Battle Rewards on Monday mornings, the prices of players always drop. And also buy them in the lightning rounds. Yesterday we were seeing, and I mean, they haven't bounced back quite like they had yesterday for the first one, but yesterday we were seeing Rakitic is down at 15k for lightning rounds. And that's really, really cheap. Really, really cheap. There's no way getting around that. It's a very, very cheap amount for him to go. Actually, he has bounced back to 18. Yeah, he's bounced back to 18. We've seen him done at 15k. 3k cheaper than he is right now. If you'd have bought a few of him, which I just sold one, you just saw in the transfer prior, sold one. If you'd have bought a few of him, you would have made, after tax, about 2k plus for profit per card. So I'm going to say to you right now, the cards that I think you should be buying, look at major leagues and major nations, but La Liga is going to be key. It always is. You need like La Liga, Casemiro, I think, is going to be a good idea. He usually hovers about the 23,000 mark, but sometimes he does go cheaper than that and drops off. Especially during promos, he can get down to 22. Casemiro is a definite investment for you. He's an 87 rated player from La Liga. To me, there's a no-brainer. There's a no-brainer there. Thiago is another good one. The reason I like Thiago is he links to La Liga. He's Spanish. He could be a really good investment. People want to link a higher rated card. You're going to need something with Chem. EA are going to make it that you need Chem. There's a fact. There's no debate there. EA will make it so you need Chem 100% because they need to make it as expensive as possible. But he's 21k at the moment, so Thiago's a good 87. Silva links into Casemiro anyway, so Silva's a good shout, just full stop, because that's Thiago Silva for reference. But David Silva's a good one as well, I'll show you a second. Thiago Silva is a very good buy. He's down at 21s at the moment. Again, these players I think are going to jump to 25, 30 plus. If you saw the base icon, when the base icon came out, the demand for the base icon was so high that you saw these players up to 27. Now, I don't know if the demand will be as high for Messi in terms of everyone doing them because it's very expensive, but the demand will be there that will lift the price of these cards up without a doubt. Benzema, another La Liga striker, 20,750 for him. They're pretty cheap actually. I'm going to buy that now. I'm not on board here. But Benzema is another good shout. I really like the look of him. And then realistically, it's just trying to know around that. Fernandinho could be a very good option. Insigne, because he's a striker, and they're quite good to have sort of strikers in there as well. They're good options in terms of your 87s, and that's what I would look to buy with for 87 cards. 88s, again, I think you need to look at who's going to link to who, and David Silva is a good shout. He's Spanish, and it just covers off bases. You've got to think of the things that EA are probably going to do here. A La Liga player, almost certainly. An Argentinian player, almost certainly. As part of these, I'm talking about as part of the SBC requirements. A La Liga player, definitely. A Argentinian, almost certainly. And a Barcelona player, almost certainly. I can't see any reason why they wouldn't do those requirements. It lifts the price of it up. They're going to need to lift the price of this up massively. So you've got to think, who links to these players? Who is it I can buy that links into these players for soft links and chem and things like that? I don't know what the chem will be, but I don't think EA will lower it too low for this SBC. I think they'll keep it relatively high. They'll want to. If you think David Silva there is 30k, if you get a team for an average of 30k, it's 330k. That's going to mean they've got to be at 5 squads. I think it'll be 4 squads, but with very high chem. So David Silva is a really, really, really good shout. Other things, Major Nations Major League Edison, he's a very good shout again. He's at 30k. He's another very, very good shout. Cavani is a good shout. Again, he links into Thiago Silva. He's high rated for chem. High rated for rating, sorry, not for chem. He's below 20, he's below 30 at the moment, which is really good. Football reckons he was 30 exactly, so you can get for 28 at the moment. Cavani's a really good shout. I don't think that whatsoever. He's not. Courtois, he's one of the lowest costed cards for the 88s. He's a La Liga player. Courtois is a very good shout. To Stegen, perhaps, but I'd probably avoid to Stegen, but purely based upon the fact that he is a quite expensive keeper as it is. It's a standard. I think what's his price at the moment? 55k. He's the cheapest 90 rated at the moment. It's 55k. And I think you could probably just pop in a La Liga or a Barcelona player that's cheaper than that and it not be too much of a problem realistically. So I wouldn't worry about that. If you are going to indulge in 89s, then the likes of De Gea could be a good shout. He's the cheapest apparently of the 89s. 39k exactly. So De Gea could be a good shout. I would just be mindful that I don't think necessarily you need to go into the 89s, but if an 89 rated squad comes out, you will need to, but your 88s will go into that 89 rated squad, so you'll make money anyway. I wouldn't worry about that. And then we look at I want to look at requirements and what players that you could look at. Now, I know I just said to you avoid 89s, but if we get a requirement as Barcelona players, then Busquets could see a rise to maybe 55, 56. If people are really after him, what's it at the moment? It's quite high already as it is. It's a 46 at the moment. Busquets is an option, so is Suarez. The one, again, I'm going to tell you that I think is the best value in all of this, though, Rakitic. Rakitic is a really cheap card. I showed you, I think it was 18k, really. In promos, he's dropping to 15. And if there is a requirement for a Barcelona player, Rakitic is your guy. Full stop, he's your guy. And the reason why I say he's your guy is He's 86 rated, so if there's an 88 rated, 89, 87 rated squad, he can go in that, and someone else can put a filler player in there that hasn't risen as much. Maybe an Alisson, maybe a De Gea, maybe a Kane, maybe a Koulibaly, someone like that to offset the 86, right? But if Busquets ends up at, I don't know, 55, 56k, which is possible, there's no doubt about it. I mean, Suarez at the moment is apparently, where's Suarez at the moment? So apparently Suarez is sitting at 49k at the moment without any reason for him to go up. Rakitic is an easy guy to put in there, and you could, if you buy him at like 15k, while the base icon is there, you can guarantee he's still going to rise. And if he doesn't rise enough for you to sell him, Footmas has come in. There will be teams needing 85, 86 rated. He will be great for. So Rakitic is a must, right? Now, if we're talking about Argentinian players, Angel Di Maria is another really, really, really good guy. Firstly, he's a right mid, right wing, covers off loads of angles, but he's only about 17k at the moment. He gets up to 20, 22k when he's required. He's a sensational buy for this SBC, in my opinion, because I'm certain you're going to get the need for an Argentinian player 100%. So I'd say Angel Di Maria and Rakitic are very, very safe bets, very, very easy bets. I don't necessarily think that they'll be perfect for the rating and for those sort of things in terms of like, okay, cool, well, the rating is an 88 squad. But people aren't going to want to go with that. Think about, I'm looking here at the cheapest players, and in terms of Argentinians, Alejandro Gomez as an 85 is meant to be about 12k at the moment. This is on Xbox when the price is. And I cannot see any other Argentinian that fits that mould at all, whatsoever. So for me, he's a really safe bet, because I'm certain they're going to put in an Argentinian. And if they don't, you'll still make profit off of him, purely based upon the fact that he is an 85 rated squad and people will use him in the squad. He's an 86 rated player, sorry, and people use him in the squad. Verratti, the reason I say Verratti seems weird, I know, he links to Di Maria, so it's instant chem. He right now is down at 15k, which is nothing for him really. In the promo, you could probably get him down at 13. The Footbin saying at the moment, according to my Footbin, that he is 14k. They've got it maybe out by 1k. If you can get him for 14k, I'm telling you now, and if when Messi comes, he's climbing. It's a fact. But Verratti, I think, is a very, very good shout. Remember, all these prices are slightly inflated as it is because of the base icon SBC. So you have some protection there whatsoever. But that's another very good buy. I think another solid buy. Now, if you want to invest in Team of the Weeks, go ahead and do it. I'm not going to. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to. They just don't rise. I bought a few Benders yesterday, and the Benzema required Team of the Weeks, and he just didn't rise. He went up by like a K. I just don't think it's worth it. I'm going to be honest with you. There's a chance they don't even put the requirements in there for better a Team of the Week, and I'm not risking it. I don't see a point. We know he's definitely coming. We know he's going to be a high rated. 1.5 mil is probably what they've got to get it to, possibly even 2 mil, possibly, which means they're either going to need multiple squads, so 4, 5, 6 squads, or in my opinion, it's going to be 88, 89 rated squads with high chem. That's what I think it'll be, 87 squads as well, perhaps. But lads, that's going to be the end of the video. Go and buy these players. They'll make you profit guaranteed. Do not forget, if you're new around here, drop me a subscription, drop me a like. We're trying to grow. We are growing really quickly. We're trying to hit 1,000 by Christmas. It'd be great if you could do that. But for now, lads, I'm going to be out. Peace. Have a good day. Speak to you later.